6:30 on February 10th, 2026. I'm going to call the Hadley Conservation Commission meeting to order. Item number one is going to be the enforcement order for the Rocky Hill Road Solar Project. And basically what we have for that.
So this was an enforcement order that was issued due to starting of work prior to issuance of an order of conditions. And I don't know, Tom, if you want
Sure,
to
yeah.
speak to it.
I'd be happy. Tom Reedy, attorney with Bacon Wilson out of Amherst. Hi, everybody. Yeah, that was my fault. I thought I had sent an email to Kayla saying, hey, Barry's gonna start here.
Mhm.
I never hit send on the email. And so then when we got it, I said, oh my gosh. And so I think that same day that we got it, no work happened, everything left the site. And so there was maybe like a manure loader is there, but that had been there for
Right.
a long time. So, yeah, obviously not our intent to offend anybody. I'll fall on that sword because we're usually really communicative about saying, hey, here's what we're looking to do.
Right.
And so that's my fault and I'm sorry.
So anyway, basically the enforcement order just required stop work and remove the equipment from the site, which was done promptly, and we just have to ratify it, because I signed it, but we didn't sign it. So it's all been addressed.
This is which project is this?
Rocky Hill Road, Barry Roberts.
Which one?
This one that was on for the solar project that's on for the NOI.
Oh, okay.
We need a vote to accept the.
Yeah, maybe let's vote to ratify the enforcement order.
Make a motion to ratify.
Looking for a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Gordy, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Beautiful. Okay, so with that,
You vote? You vote?
you vote? Do you not want to vote?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh,
You
okay.
just got here.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Okay,
You know, whatever you want.
I'm like-
Your fault.
Okay.
They started working on that solar project. He thought he sent the,
Just an email to Kayla saying, hey, we're gonna start doing some stuff, not near the wetlands, but just doing some stuff on
Yeah.
site. I never hit send on the email. And so, I think one of the neighbors said, hey, what are they doing there? Kayla sent us essentially enforcement order, stop work order until we got through the NOI.
Oh,
So,
so we just gotta slap you on the hand.
yeah,
and send you on
I've
the way.
been slapped,
Basically.
yes.
Okay.
Consider yourself.
Consider myself slapped.
all right, so if we're all good with that one, we'll move on to item two, which is gonna be the actual notice of intent, file number 170-311, and that is for the Rocky Hill Road Solar Project. And with that,
All right, so. A few people, I thought Dave Cameron was gonna show up, he's the peer reviewer. But anyway, Aiden or Tom or Rich, do you wanna basically describe what comments you addressed and any changes that have been made since the last meeting?
So,
Sure.
yeah, Tom, if you want to go ahead.
I'm just gonna give a high level, and I think I'll start at the end where we've got a letter from Dave Cameron from February 9th where he essentially accepted, so he had made a bunch of comments.
Yeah.
Right, and so then Rich Riccio from Field Engineering, the site engineer, and then Aiden's with Goddard, who does the wetlands. They both put together a response to Dave's email or peer review saying, here are our responses, and Dave's response was terrific, right? I accept all those changes, which I would consider a clean letter. So one of those things was, the interconnection point, and can't move it because the utility is requiring it be off North Maple. We've got the revised set of plans that includes the construction-based stormwater BMTs, of basins and a swale along the project's eastern boundary. We committed to proper BBW alteration via segregation of the topsoil during excavation, committed to 2 growing seasons of post-restoration BBW monitoring and reporting, and then committed to provide the commission on-site soil data for review in the stormwater management system, right? So before we actually construct those systems, we'll go out, do an on-site evaluation to make sure that Rich's assumptions bear out on site. If they don't, we'll obviously have to have a conversation. I think Rich will say his assumptions are very conservative. Barry tells me that's all gravel under there, so he's not anticipating any issue. And so, if you want more detail about exactly what it is, I'll turn it over to Aiden and Rich to talk on that technical level. But We've done everything Dave was looking for, and we have that clean letter, and I know Kayla had put together that special conditions for the order of conditions, and we were good with all of them. I made one comment just about the timing for the stormwater management system. Because if you say prior to construction, it's before you do anything, but there's probably a way to do some things before we actually get down to those areas where the stormwater management systems would be. So I just had that one comment on.
So the construction schedule has the stormwater system being constructed later?
I think the permanent stormwater systems, because the way that it was written was prior to construction, we have to do that on-site testing. And when I think of construction, it could be bringing
Gotcha.
right vehicles back there. And I'm just saying, prior to construction of the stormwater management system, we have to make sure that the assumptions Rich made bear out. Gotcha. So that was the only comment, but otherwise, I think all of this are encapsulated in those special conditions, which we're fine with.
Okay, so, did the commission have further questions? Or can I share the draft special conditions?
Absolutely.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, I don't know if, let me get a closer running. Okay. All right, so following plans are approved. These are the updated plans. Pre-construction, install erosion and sediment controls, name and contact information for the contractors responsible for the erosion monitoring. This is the one that we talked about prior to construction of the stormwater management system. Applicant shall submit a narrative report of the on-site soil boring test results. Pre-construction site visit, pretty standard stuff. 48 hours prior to construction, notification to the Concom during construction, just, reiterating that 2 temporary wetland crossings are approved by this order. No other wetland crossings are approved. No equipment or materials to be stored in wetland resource areas or buffer zone unless indicated on the plans. Within 30 days of completion of construction on any given portion of the project, all disturbed areas in the completed portion of the site shall be permanently stabilized with vegetation. Construction mats are to be inspected weekly and repaired and replaced as needed. Also after rain events totaling more than half an inch within a 24-hour period. Applicant shall conduct compliance monitoring and reporting during the first 2 growing seasons following construction to demonstrate successful restoration of BBW. Erosion controls in place until final vegetated cover and Concom authorizes the removal. Just a reminder that the applicant must receive all required permits from local, state, or federal agencies before work begins. And then post-construction, request for certificate of compliance. These are the things we need: the form, as-built, letter from an engineer or environmental professional, post-construction photographs, and then compliance with the operation and maintenance plan included with the order.
You guys are good with all those
Great.
conditions?
Yeah.
All right.
That's great.
Any comments or concerns from the commission?
Who inspects the construction mats? They said they gotta be inspected every week or 2.
So that's somebody that they're gonna have to have a monitor to, I guess it would be somebody that, like a contractor.
Yeah.
To, keep up with the erosion and sediment controls, yeah. Any other comments or concerns from the commission?
Okay, there you go.
No.
All right,
So we're gonna be looking to vote
we're
to,
looking to issue an order of conditions.
Yep.
Approving the work, subject to the drafted special conditions. So we'll look for a motion for that.
yep. Motion's up for that,
I'll make a motion.
made by Steve,
Second it.
second by Gordy, all in favor? Aye.
But
All right. So do you want me to send this to you?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Fantastic.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Seeing y'all.
Kayla, could you also send a copy to us at Goddard in Palmer?
Yeah, do you want a paper copy or is email fine?
Email is fine, sure. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Do we have anyone here for public comment?
It's just me in the meeting then. On the teams.
You got something to bring up for public comment?
See ya.
No, I don't.
All right, moving on, other business, project updates. We got anything?
No,
Office updates,
no.
adopting stream crossing standards / guidelines.
I'm gonna let Ray take it.
Yeah, no, so,
Sure, sure.
so listen, whenever we have, but it seems like whenever somebody wants to put a pipe in the, I'm talking ditch crossings, I'm talking
Over, whatever, yeah.
culverts, all this stuff, I mean, people seem to come to us, we seem to get the brunt of it on that, so, I mean, and, folks come to us and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna put a pipe in the ground, and really, we don't have any I don't think we've adopted any standards or anything like that for sizing pipes, for taking care of the issues that, like Steve says, Steve always brings up the issue in the back there, the back of his place.
Mhm.
And, I think we should, take care of this. I think we should, I think there's some minimum things that we should adopt. I did ask around, I talked to a couple guys, engineers, and, they pointed to this Massachusetts River and Stream Crossing Standard. Now, this thing, basically, it's out of the UMass over here. It's pretty good how it lays it all out. It gives you the standards, and it actually, what it does is it will take, like Steve's situation, it'll take a pipe and it'll bury half of it. I mean, so the minimum amount that the pipe can be buried is 2 feet. So, so the pipe, all you're seeing is the arch,
Yeah.
basically. So, those ditches will always drain. And it also, I don't know if you guys remember when we had that box culvert over here, that project they were gonna do by the club?
Yeah.
On East Street, yeah.
And remember, I mean, the half the box culvert was filled with dirt. And,
Correct.
And they said, okay, yeah, that's to let animals go. Well, so that's what this all takes into the account, the critters that run up and down the swales and the ditches and things like that, salamanders or whatever. I mean,
I'd love to put a trail camera there.
See all the deer.
Just see what.
see what goes in
what actually
there.
goes through there.
Think that, where we seem to be getting more of these, as, we just had that one over here with Porter Phelps. I mean, that ended up pretty good. I mean,
Right.
they made that Ford, they approved that Ford that's gonna go across, and I think it's gonna work for them.
So just basically use that as a standard, as kind of base off our decision.
Yeah,
For whatever future projects we have.
yeah, and like
coming up.
the town of Leverett uses this. I mean, and some of the guys that I've been talking to, they've done some projects in Amherst, and they keep pointing to this.
Regarding to that, yeah.
So, I mean, it seems like it's overkill, but it really
Well, that's not a bad thing though either, because
isn't.
having that already set in place, right? So you can always use that as the reference. So if someone is dead set on doing something that we don't want, we're gonna say, hey, listen, this is what we've adopted as a standard, if
Yeah.
there's any other special conditions on this project, then we could look into that or whatever.
Right,
From there,
right,
but I
right.
think that's
know,
solid.
And if they don't want to go to this, then you know something? Hey, go and hire an engineer
Right.
Exactly.
and do your own thing and come back to us with plans and we'll go over it.
Yep, 100%.
So that's fine. That's their prerogative
And there's nothing saying that we have to just stick exactly by those standards in that
Right.
pamphlet, right? We'll just use it
Right.
as a
So
guideline.
So basically, this is actually, we're supposed to review stream crossing projects under these standards, but it was not designed for like agricultural projects.
Right, which
So
would always
things
be
like-
different, like Gordy
Yeah.
Cook's little culvert that we
Right.
looked at.
but so like that's an existing condition there.
Right.
And I'm not gonna, I don't
Yeah.
think like taking Gordy Cook's situation and making him adhere to this. It's just
No.
not,
Well, this
That's what I'm
was
saying, every
like a
situation will be,
huge
it'll be situational for sure.
yeah, I think, this, I think going forward, new construction, like Caleb just
Yeah.
said, something, new construction. Not if there's an existing culvert there or something and it's been working fine over the years, and I mean, we're not gonna make them upgrade, so.
Well,
We're
that's
not gonna-
also, that's an exemption under agriculture in the Wetlands Protection Act.
True.
Exactly.
But new culverts are not exempt, and so that's also one thing that we should talk about is, do we want to require a notice of intent? I think we might need to require a notice of intent for new culverts, new agriculture.
New culverts.
Yeah.
New
Yes.
crossings.
So I think that what we should,
Probably.
yeah. Yeah, I think maybe we should create like a standard order of procedures, like new culverts, NOI, follow the stream crossing standards to the extent
Yep.
possible
Yep.
within your situation. Cause I mean, that's not an exempt agricultural activity.
Right.
And like Ray said, if there's an issue with that, that at that point, if the farmer or the landowner wants to go further
Right.
from us, then they can hire their own engineer and they can bring the plans
You
back
know,
up.
if these standards say, okay, listen, you gotta put a 6-foot diameter pipe in there, and, yeah, listen.
Right.
9 times out of 10, we'll probably agree with them
Right.
and say, yeah, that is a big, but they would have to go and prove it.
No,
You know,
I think that's a
prove
good
it.
idea.
Right.
I mean, I'm just, we all, whenever the ditches come up and all that stuff come up, we all sit here and look at each other and try to.
There's really no definitive answer, right? And
You
if
know,
we can
right.
streamline it with a, like
Yeah.
a guide like that to move forward. And
Yeah,
have that as like, this is like where we're working from, and this is what we wanna see at a minimum, I think that's.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's a good place to point for people who are talking about, maybe doing a stream crossing project. Start here, can you meet these standards? Let's talk about it.
Right,
Yeah. okay,
no, I think that's awesome.
yeah,
Sweet.
all right, no, that was it, that was my 2 cents, and
All right.
All right.
take care of that.
Fantastic.
All right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And Steve, that pipe that's in the back, the pipe is up high like that, and the water's down
Two
here?
pipes, only one's working, the other one didn't work. Doesn't work, it's always full, it only goes through one pipe usually.
It does.
And that's not that old. Well, I don't know, maybe.
Can you
it's
see
by
it?
now.
Is that, you can see it off Huntington Road?
Huh?
You can see it from Huntington Road, right, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I am looking at the same, okay,
Right behind my shop.
yeah.
Alright, what we got for bills?
Okay, so, I'm hoping to attend the Massachusetts Association of Conservation Commission's annual environmental conference at the end of the month for $180 to be paid out of our tuition budget.
Do we fund or anything for that, or do we have a tuition budget?
We have $1,000 tuition budget, but we do share it with planning board ZBA. No, not so guys.
I don't see.
I'm really the only one using it.
I see that.
No wonder the town got the money.
Alright,
And I also have good news, which is that if any of you want to attend, they have a scholarship program for Western Massachusetts municipalities where up to 2 commissioners can go for free.
$100.
February 28th, it's a Saturday in Worcester.
February 20th?
Yes,
Maybe they're booking out a year, I don't know.
We're leaving on the.
but also
24th.
I wanted to talk about the scholarship program a little more because, besides attendance at the conference, you can also, I think, how many? You can attend 2 of their online fundamentals classes, which have topics that are like related to specific or Wetlands Protection Act related things. Maybe they're like somewhere about stormwater, erosion controls, reviewing site plans. So if anybody's interested in attending any of those, I can send you the schedule and let me know because, we have to email these people asking to apply. I don't know what the application process is. It seems like it's kind of like a waiting list situation.
I'd be happy doing something online.
Okay, all right.
Not the
Yeah,
day class on the 28th.
It's a
Right,
Saturday.
that's reasonable.
Yeah, it's a Saturday, 28th.
It's a Saturday, yeah.
I was thinking about lunch being provided.
He's out.
I'm not gonna be around.
So anyway, can we, vote on the 180 for tuition? And then Brandon, I will send you the schedule for the online.
Send it to
class.
Ray.
Make a motion?
Yeah.
Do you want information about the online classes?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Unless you're thinking you could go to the 28th one, I mean, that might entertain the idea, I gotta see, I don't know my work schedules, if I'm on call that weekend or not, I have no idea.
I'm trying to think if I get going.
well,
We'll get an answer
Why
this
don't you
week. Yeah.
vote to.
We'll
send
vote on your bill.
to send 2 people, so that if you don't go, we don't spend the money, but if you do wanna go, we could just approve the spending now.
We need a motion need a motion or just?
Yeah, to pay $180 plus potentially another $180 for anybody.
Motion to pay the $180 out of the tuition scholarship fund.
Times 2, but we might only spend
Well,
one.
times two, $360, correct. Correct, that, $360.
I
Okay,
think she got it.
yes.
Looking for that motion. Oh, Ray made it.
He just made it, I'll
Second.
second, I'll second.
Seconded by Steve, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
beautiful.
Okay, I have another bill. This is just for mileage for last year. For,
Whole year?
well, no, it's actually from July to December. For $85.96 at the IRS rate. I traveled 122 miles in my car, doing Wetlands Protection Act related site visits.
That's pretty good.
So, and this would come out of the filing fee account, which is just the filing fees that we collect when people apply. And it's to
Make a
be used
motion
for
to
anyone.
pay Kayla her, the mileage due in the amount of $85.96.
I'll second that. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Right. Those are all my bills.
Leftovers, I don't know.
Voted.
And then minutes, you did send minutes in the last email.
Yep, I sent minutes for November, December, and January.
Good luck.
You go over them? You're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Gordon, I think you might not have been here for one of the meetings, so, okay, so then why don't you abstain?
We're looking for a motion to accept the minutes from November, December, and January.
Make a motion to accept the minutes November, December, January.
Second.
Second by Steve, all in favor? Aye,
Aye.
Aye.
beautiful. Is there anything
I
else?
think that's it. We all signed the order of conditions, the enforcement, yep, then we're good.
All right, I'll be looking for a motion for adjournment.
It's good. I make a motion.
I'll look for a second.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.